Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back. This is Crypto India and I'm your host Shiv. This is a channel we talk about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, ICOs, news, developments, sentiments, everything. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click on subscribe so that you do not miss out on any of these important updates. So today in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the history of Bitcoin price. Maybe you can call it a story because it's kind of a very interesting story if you study the history of Bitcoin price. So and the reason I'm doing this because yesterday we had a major drop, not major, a minor price drop in cryptocurrencies market, and everything is actually minus. And I'm not sure whether Bitcoin will even go further down to 4,000 or maybe 3,500. I'm not really sure, but these kind of drops keeps happening. And so I want to talk to you guys about the Bitcoin price history so far. And of course you can also pick up the individual cryptocurrencies price story, but I think if you just take up Bitcoin, it will kind of relate to all the other cryptocurrencies also, because it is the same market, it is the same industry. So this is very interesting. I mean, if you really need to understand this, you really need to read this out in case you are getting into the space of cryptocurrency, which is so volatile, which is so unpredictable, which is so unregulated by any government. So this is something that you really need to look at before you actually jump into the space. So as you guys know, Bitcoin was invented in 2009. So the first price was in April 2010. I mean, before that was being traded for none. You must have heard about pizza story, wherein somebody bought a pizza which is for 10,000 BTC, 10,000 Bitcoin, and didn't even know that this would be considered as money. And when you look at that story, it's kind of you know so provocative. So now that was the first transaction, commercial transaction for 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza, which was the pizza cost was about $50. So just imagine, I mean, it was less than even cent. It was negligible. The price was of a Bitcoin was nothing. So in April 2010, then it was at about 3 cents, just about 7 years back, not long ago, 7 years back. And then the first time it touched $1 was in February 2011. So until then, so from 2009 January, it took like 1.5 year for Bitcoin to touch $1 price. So that was the first time it touched $1. That was February 2011. So just about 6 years back, it was $1. And then July 2011, it touched 31 US dollar. That was the highest till date. And then after that, in the same year, December 2011, it went down to 2 US dollar. Just imagine what will happen to people who had actually bought some Bitcoins at about 31 US dollar, and then it 13 US dollar, 31 US dollar, and came back to $2, right? So that was $2. And then again it December 2012, it went back again to 13 US dollars. So it took it 1 year to move from $2 to $13. 1 year, from December 2009 to December 2012. April 2013 was the first month it touched three figures. So exactly after $13, exactly after 4 months, right, it touched $266. That was the first three-figure income, three-figure price. And then next month it dropped down to $130. Again it dropped down to $100. That was in May. And then November 2013, it touched $1,242. And then Mt. Gox. So I'm not sure how many of you actually are aware of Mt. Gox incidents. So Mt. Gox was one of the Bitcoin exchanges in China, and having about 51-52% share of trading share of Bitcoin. That was the largest exchange. So largest exchange. So obviously most of the bitcoins were being traded at mt.gox. And what happened was this exchange was hacked, and there was a loss of millions of bitcoins in that mt.gox, which is like a historic moment in Bitcoin. And when that happened, right from 1200 US dollar of Bitcoin, it dropped down to about 450 US dollar. In fact, 340 US dollar. Just imagine. So from 1200 US dollar, it dropped down to 340 US dollar. So about 900 US dollar drop, about 80% of price drop. And then kind of from March 2014 it started picking up. So March 2014 340, and then slowly started increasing. November 2015 it does 395. There have been slow growth after that. And then June 2016 was okay. So November 2015 and was 500 US dollar. June 2016, which is last year, about 450 and 750. So right now it's September. September last year it was traded about 600 US dollar. September last year. So right now we are on 3rd of September, and September last year 600, and September this year 4,600. A difference of 4,000 US dollar straight away, right? Correct. And then right, so November it, yeah, January 2017, that is this year, again for the first time after 2 years, no, in fact after 3 years, again it touched 1,000 US dollar. So after 3 years, January 2014 it was being traded as about $1,000, and then after 3 years in January 2017 it touched $1,150 again. So after 3 years it got back to the same price it was being traded at. And then after that again there was a price drop, 750 US dollar in the month of February. March it picked up to $1,290. April it's to 1,290. May it touched to $2,000. June $3,000. And you know this, you know the price right now, which is 4,000. So from, if you look at the consistent growth from January till now, in the last 8 months, it has been from 920 US dollar to 4,600 US dollar. So, you know, what I mean to say is this: the kind of growth it has seen in the last 6 months, the kind of price drop it has right now is nothing, because these kind of price corrections are bound to happen. It has actually grown more than what people had expected. I mean, people had expected that Bitcoin would be touching about 2,000 US dollar from by December 2017, and forget about 2,000. We are not even, the year is over and we are already talking about 4,500 US dollar. So this is kind of just to have an idea of how the cryptocurrencies market function, how the cryptocurrencies Bitcoin function in terms of pricing, and in terms of, and also what happens is there are a lot of government regulations also which come into the picture, which are responsible for this volatility. You know, there have been a lot of news in China at times that the exchanges has been banned, the exchanges has been frozen. You had BTCE exchange, which I spoke to you guys, which was seized by government, and there were no withdrawal or deposits. So things like that actually do actually hamper Bitcoin's price. But then Bitcoin has always proved to come back to its original price. It turned out to be a sustainable investment model for people who have been associated with long term, who understood the technology, I would rather call, than just looking at the price. So this was the price history. I mean, you can also go ahead and check it yourself on the history of Bitcoin. If you just type history of Bitcoin on Google, it has all the list of its growth and how it was created and what were the incident that happened on its journey till now from 2009 to 2017. So kind of pretty interesting, right? And for somebody who is actually entering this space, this is the must-have information for them to understand this space, right? So I thought of making this video for you guys. Let me know how do you like it, and do put your comments and feedback in the comment box below. And yeah, it was nice talking to you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and click on subscribe. Share this video with your friends and people who are involved into cryptocurrency and this space, and would like to learn more and would like to be updated on this space. So thank you so much for watching, guys. It's a Sunday one, and I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Thank you so much. Bye.